My fiance made fun of my career at her office party. So I broke off the engagement right in front of everyone. I'm 31, male, and I work as a mechanic. It's not a glamorous job, but I'm proud of what I do. I grew up watching my dad fix cars in our garage, and it sparked something in me. I went to trade school, got certified, and now I run my own small shop. It's honest work and it pays the bills. Most importantly, I love it. That's why what my fiance, well, ex-fiance now, did at her office party hit me so hard. My ex, who I'll call F, is the opposite of me in a lot of ways. She's polished, works in corporate marketing, and has always been surrounded by people who value appearances above all else. Despite our differences, I thought we had something special. She used to tell me how much she admired my work ethic and how she loved that I followed my passion. Or at least, that's what I thought she felt. This all started at F's company holiday party a few weeks ago. She was excited about it, saying it would be a chance for me to meet her colleagues and see her world. I was a little nervous. I'm not exactly comfortable in suits and fancy settings, but I wanted to support her, so I agreed to go. When we arrived, the event was exactly what I expected, sleek, high-end, and filled with people who looked like they'd stepped out of a fashion magazine. F blended right in, laughing and chatting with her coworkers. I, on the other hand, felt like an outsider, but I told myself it didn't matter. I was there for her, not for them. Things started going south about an hour into the party. F was introducing me to a group of her colleagues when one of them, a guy who looked like he'd been born in a boardroom, asked me what I did for a living. I run a small auto repair shop, I said simply. Before the guy could respond, F jumped in. Isn't that cute, she said with a laugh. He's like a modern-day grease monkey. The group chuckled, and I froze. Grease monkey? I repeated, glancing at her. She waved it off. Oh, come on, it's just a joke. Don't be so serious. The group quickly moved on, but I couldn't shake the comment. It wasn't just the words, it was the tone, the way she said it, like my job was some silly little hobby instead of a legitimate career. I brushed it off, telling myself I was overthinking it, but deep down it stung. The final blow came later that evening during a toast. F stood up in front of everyone, glass in hand, and started thanking her team for their hard work. Then, out of nowhere, she shifted the focus to me. And a special thanks to my fiancé, she said, smiling. He's not exactly a corporate guy, but he's great with his hands. If anyone's car breaks down, you know who to call. The room erupted in laughter. I felt my face heat up as dozens of eyes turned toward me, their smiles tinged with condescension. F was beaming, clearly pleased with herself, while I sat there humiliated. As the laughter died down, I locked eyes with F, silently asking her why. She didn't seem to notice my discomfort, or worse, she didn't care. She was too busy soaking in the attention, clearly proud of her little joke. I excused myself from the table and stepped outside to clear my head. The cool night air was a welcome relief, but my thoughts were anything but calm. I replayed her words over and over, the laughter echoing in my mind. This wasn't just a one-off comment, it was a pattern. She had reduced my career, my passion, to a punchline, and the worst part? She had done it in front of people who barely knew me. A few minutes later, F came outside, still holding her wine glass. There you are, she said, her tone light. Why'd you run off? I turned to her, trying to keep my voice steady. Do you have any idea how embarrassing that was? She blinked, clearly taken aback. What are you talking about? The toast, I said, my frustration bubbling to the surface. You made me sound like some kind of handyman you keep around for convenience. She laughed like it was no big deal. Oh, come on, it was just a joke. Everyone loved it. I didn't, I said firmly. And it's not the first time you've done this. You've made comments like this before, but tonight you crossed a line. Her smile faded, replaced by a defensive glare. You're overreacting. I was just trying to lighten the mood. By belittling me? I shot back. You say you respect what I do, but your actions say otherwise. Do you even realize how condescending you sounded? She crossed her arms. You're being dramatic. If you can't handle a little teasing, maybe you're the one with the problem. That was it. The mask had slipped. This wasn't just a misunderstanding, it was a fundamental difference in how she saw me and how I saw myself. I'd always tried to support her career, but she couldn't or wouldn't do the same for me. I took a deep breath, knowing what I had to say next. F, I can't do this anymore. Her eyes widened. What are you talking about? This relationship, I said, my voice steady. It's over, she laughed nervously. You can't be serious. Over a joke? You're really going to throw everything away because of one comment? It's not just one comment, I replied. It's how you see me, how you've always seen me. You don't respect what I do, and I can't spend my life with someone who looks down on me. She stared at me, her expression shifting from disbelief to anger. You're being ridiculous, she snapped. You think you're so special because you fix cars? Newsflash, it's not that impressive. Her words cut deep, but they also solidified my decision. I took off the engagement ring and placed it in her hand. Good luck finding someone you actually respect, I said before walking back inside. As I walked back into the party, the weight on my chest began to lift. I knew ending the engagement in front of everyone would create a scene, but I didn't care. I deserved better than to be treated like a joke, especially by someone who claimed to love me.